existing knowledge of our postgraduates. So over to you, Dr. Shoaib. Unmute your mic. अपना mic unmute करें.
This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you.
Afridi sir, Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Salam, thank you so much for sparing time despite your hectic schedule, and I'm sure that we will learn from your presentation.
Yes. May I start?
Ji.
Okay. Where is that video? Man? Video. I'll start with the advertisement of cigarettes, which was in vogue till quite late in Pakistan and world over, and how the cigarette companies used to lure in people. So please enjoy this. It was wonderful music.
So we cannot hear the advertisement.
Can't hear the.
वहां से नहीं आवाज नहीं आ रही उसकी आवाज तेज करें इस वीडियो की
आवाज किसकी तेज करें आवाज तो फुल है यहाँ पे हमारे पास
वो ये जो वो लगा अब आएगी चल
अभी आई
चलो वो आप भी साथ जो
प्ले करते हैं फिर आप Sir, अगर आप we can, sir, shall we find this online and play? If you.
ठीक है उससे
अरे देख लिए ना.
अरे छोड़ इसको, just leave it, इसको बंद कर दो भाई. Fine. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all for this wonderful topic which was given to me, our past president, Professor Iqbal Afridi. Very kind of him, very nice of him. As he has asked me to deliver a talk on tobacco use. Probably this is the commonest addictive drug or thing, whatever you call it, and since time immemorial, even before Christ, 6,000 years or 600 years before Christ, so it's there. So I'll start with my first slide. That it is the common name, tobacco is the common name of several plants in the Nicotina genus and the Solanaceae nightshade family, and the general term for any product prepared from the cured leaves of the tobacco plant. More than 70 species of tobacco are known, but the chief commercial crop is Nicotina tabacum. The more potent variant, Nicotina rustica, is also used in some countries. Tobacco contains the highly addictive stimulant alkaloid nicotine, as well as tobacco use is the cause of risk factor for many deadly diseases, especially of brain, heart, liver, lung, as well as in many cancers. Right? Covering this. Right. The history, as I said, that's 6,000 years BC. then in 1492, Columbus, when discovered America, the Latin America, he was greeted by the Native American tribes when he first set foot on the new continent. They brought gifts of fruit, food, spears, and more, and dried up leaves of tobacco plant. In 1531, Europeans started cultivation of tobacco plant in Central America. In 1571, European doctors started publishing works on healthy properties of the tobacco plant. And tobacco shops opened across Britain selling the Virginia blend tobacco in 1614. Where tobacco came to India as early as 1613, when tobacco manufacture can scarcely have started in India during Akbar's reign. The plant was unknown to his revenue officers and consequently cannot have been grown to any extent during the 16th century. It is believed to have reached India through the agency of the Portuguese and was established first in the city of Gujarat, where the leaf was obtainable in the year 1613, but the process of manufacture not understood. So as WHO has tobacco key facts that tobacco kills up to half of its users. Tobacco kills more than 8 million people each year. More than 7 million of those deaths are the result of direct tobacco use, while around 1.2 million are the result of non-smokers being exposed to second-hand smoke, which we don't think that sitting with a smoker can harm you almost the equal way as the person who is smoking that. Over 80% of the world's 1.3 billion tobacco users live in low and middle income countries. So share of adults who smoke tobacco since 2000 to 2010, this is a graph. In Bangladesh, it was 35% in 2000, and now they have cut it down to about 25%. In Nepal, from 30 to again this 25%, and then in Pakistan, from 25% in 2000 to 2016, it is there's not a drastic decline in Pakistan. It's still 18 to 20%. Well, India played a good role in this, and probably they had more awareness programs, etc., or strict laws. From 20% to it has come to almost 12, 13%. So this is a world map of tobacco usage based upon different studies and death rate from smoking 2017. That out of 100,000 people, the yellow shades. These are the countries where deaths were 0 to 25%. Then yes, yeah. Right. So this is a preview of that areas, and Pakistan falls sadly amongst the people where it's more than 100 deaths per 100,000 people. But there are other areas also like I think this is Burma, and this is probably Greenland, where it's around 200. So it's a sad state of affairs. Yeah. So look at the advertisements we had in the past. Thanks to the WHO and thanks to the health authorities of other countries, that they put their foot into to stop all these marketing strategies. Now you hardly see any tobacco ad on your TV screen, which was not possible 10, 12, 15 years ago. So like a dentist is asking that as your dentist, I would recommend Viceroy's filter cigarettes, and more doctors smoke Camel, and Camel, America's most popular cigarette. So they would put in the celebrities of those period film stars, and they were doing all those things, those stuff. there were big billboards. And once Carl Jung mentioned somewhere that smoking is better than stress. So as a stress alleviating strategy. So in America, they put huge billboards that doctor recommends smoking. Then he had to come up with the denial, or he said, no, I never meant that you should smoke more, but that was my study or my findings that in stress, if you smoke, you have less chances of dying due to stress. It was not related to tobacco actually. Moreover, he mentioned about cigarette smokers and pipe smokers, that cigarette smokers are the people who are extroverts and the pipe smokers are people who are the introverts. So that was his theory, etc. But well, the mental print of spinning pleasure. We all know that any addiction, be it cigarette or alcohol or things like that, they give you a sense of spinning initially. So when a child in the growing age spins and then stops and then closes the eyes, so the feelings he or she gets is spinning. And throughout our life, we chase that feeling of spinning, that how can we get that pleasurable spinning feeling again. So this is one theory that it's in humans, it's right from the very beginning to search for compounds or things which can make them spin around and give them pleasure. Well, if you go to see the nicotine cycle, so when you smoke a cigarette, this is the nicotine delivery tool or nicotine delivery system is a cigarette or pipe or whatever, or cigar or bidi or hookah or anything. So then nicotine travels to the brain, and in the brain, I'll talk later on upon various receptors. Then nicotine activates the nicotine receptor, which stimulates release of dopamine. So dopamine, as we all know, is a pleasure hormone. So dopamine increase release, leading to pleasant feeling of calmness and reward. That in turn, dopamine levels reduce. When they reduce, leading to withdrawal symptoms of stress and anxiety, and then withdrawal triggers the desire for another cigarette. So this is a chain which the smokers, they maintain this chain most of the time. So as we all know, risk of smoking is cancers, chronic diseases, the cancers of head and neck, lung, leukemia, stomach cancer, kidney, pancreas, colon, bladder, and cervix. And in chronic diseases, this can be stroke, blindness, that's known as tobacco amblyopia. Then gum infection, aortic rupture, heart disease, pneumonia, hardening of the arteries, chronic lung diseases, and asthma, reduced fertility, and hip fracture. In DSM-5, the tobacco use disorder is stated like a problematic pattern of tobacco use leading to clinically significant impairment as manifested by 2 or more of the following for 12 months period. Number one is the tolerance. More tobacco to get the same effect. We all know about the tolerance principle, that you don't get the desired effect of the same dose the other day or after a few days, and then you keep on increasing. Number two is the withdrawal 4 or more 24-hour period, irritability, frustration or anger, anxiety, concentration problems, increased appetite, restlessness, depressed mood, and insomnia. So there are what are the tobacco use disorder is larger amounts are taken over longer periods of time with unsuccessful cut down effort, though the person believes that this is a wrong thing which he is doing. We all know that all addicts, they know that whatever they are doing is a bad thing. It's going to harm their body. But then the brain has a very strong mechanism of dopamine system, which we are basically slaves of that system, and we cannot get rid of this, because that great deal of time we spend in obtaining the tobacco or any other addictive substance, failure to fulfill major obligations, we skip school, we skip work, we stay away from home, etc. Interpersonal problems caused or exacerbated by the tobacco. Then important social, occupational, or recreational activities given up or reduced. If you've been playing a sports activity, but you want to smoke, then you skip that activity and you start smoking with friends. Craving or strong desire to use tobacco, recurrent use in a situation in which it is physically hazardous, like smoking in bed or smoking near at a petrol station or smoking in an airplane, etc. That can be hazardous. Then continued use despite persistent physical or psychological problems, whatever is happening, आपको cough हो रही है, आपका सीना खराब हो गया, सारा कुछ हो गया, but even then you take a puff. We have seen in World War II old videos that the injured soldiers are lying on hospital beds and with oxygen mask on their face, and then they remove the mask, take a puff, and then put the mask back. So it's such a strong system. I say that as cigarettes are easily available here and there, so there is nothing dangerous going on. But if you stop smoking, if you close the shops, you'll see people will murder each other just to get one cigarette for that. There's a very, very strong addiction. But it was never discussed to that length that because the tobacco companies had a major share in all stock exchanges and businesses, etc. And they knew right from the very beginning that it's a very hazardous thing. Even the paper of a cigarette has got so many chemicals in that, not only tobacco, but those also affect our health so badly. They knew it, but they kept there are studies also, and they kept those studies secret and did not reveal to the public. Well, the biology of nicotine addiction is the tobacco product, whatever the tobacco products, be it a pan or gutka or a hookah or cigar or whatever, is the smoking behavior is also one thing, that is the oral behavior which we need to satisfy. We want to put something in our mouth all the time, and smoking is so that humans are probably the only animals who smoke. Others, they have tried to give cigarettes to chimpanzees, etc., but with not that much success as humans would do. Then nicotine reaches the body, and nicotinic-cholinergic receptors are the main receptors, which then further lead to neurotransmitter release, and that develops tolerance, and then negative feedback, and then reinforcement, enhanced performance, mood modulation, lower body weight. वो क्या सुना होगा कि जो लोग सिगरेट छोड़ देते हैं उनका वजन बढ़ जाता है, बट point is वजन जरूर बढ़ जाता है, but the risk of dying from cigarette related illnesses, they definitely go down. So withdrawal symptoms and self medication. Then environmental influences are also very, listen, any substance which you are going to be addicted is there is a triangle for that. The substance by itself should be addictive. The personality of the person should be of that he gets hooked to that, and the environment where he is staying. It can be peer group, small pressure groups, people who are smoking, people who are taking alcohol, etc. So whenever he goes to that company, he starts doing the addiction. So the metabolism changes, the vulnerability factors are age, gender, genetics, psychiatric disorders, substance abuse. So what is the neuroscience of tobacco addiction? Nicotinic receptors are in the brain, they're in abundance. Then neurochemical effects through those receptors, the cigarette as a drug delivery system. So cigarette is the major drug delivery system of any substance you, if you're taking heroin or you're taking cannabis, you're taking ice, you're taking any substance, usually it starts from cigarette smoking, because cigarette is the main delivery system which goes, takes the things direct to the lungs, and then the brain is very quick absorption. Then neuroadaptation, the conditioned behavior, genetics of nicotine addiction, all are the factors. So this is a slide which is showing you nicotine receptors and neurochemistry. So there is acetylcholine. This yellow is the acetylcholine, and this is the pore in the cell membrane. So nicotine goes down, and then it combines with the acetylcholine, and then it acts upon dopamine system. So there are neuronal type of nicotinic receptors and muscle type of nicotinic receptors. This is alpha 1, and beta. And here it is the alpha Z, and beta Y, and alpha X, beta Y, and alpha X. So these are the neuronal types of receptors, and they are the muscular type of receptors which are available. And through these receptors, the nicotine acetylcholine receptors work together. In genetic studies, beta-2 dopamine releases and self-administration is studied by Picotio, and alpha-4 nicotine sensitivity by the Tapper, and alpha-5, alpha-6 combined with alpha-4 and beta-2 associated with human dependence. Well, nicotine, dopamine, pleasure, appetite suppression, norepinephrine, well, it releases your not only dopamine but norepinephrine, acetylcholine, glutamate, serotonin, and beta androgen. So it leads to pleasure, appetite suppression, arousal, and appetite suppression, arousal, and cognitive enhancement. Well, there are studies that when people are studying or doing something under the influence of smoking, they retain more, because acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter which is involved directly with the memory blocks and memory modulation and memory proteins. So the glutamate, which is a stimulating hormone, stimulating neurotransmitter, its learning and memory enhancement is mediated through glutamate. Serotonin suppression हो जाती है, which used to mood modulation and appetite. It's because the loss of appetite is due to serotonin suppression. So beta endorphins, the reduction of anxiety and tension, for which people usually say that we started smoking to reduce our anxiety and tension and stressful situations. So well, this is the same story on this picture, that there are nucleus accumbens, ventral tegmental area, and nicotine dopamine receptors. They are binding with alpha-4, beta-2, and alpha-4 receptors, and they play a role in dopaminergic activity, and GABA activity, and glutamate activity. Upregulation of nicotine receptors are there, neuroplasticity, induction of gene products, CFOS, changes in protein expression, and altered cell signaling. See how many places this tobacco, this cigarette is working on, which we really don't take. People don't take it as an addiction. They say that we just smoke. We don't smoke charas, we don't smoke heroin, we just smoke a cigarette. So how dangerous even cigarette is? Is tobacco addiction only due to nicotine? No, it's not only due to nicotine. It's the monoamine oxidase enzyme is also involved into this. If you see the monoamine oxidase activity in non-smokers, the upper part, non-smokers, male 34 years, and there's a normal activity of monoamine. Then when you inhibit monoamine, the smoker male 31 years, the brain activity increases. And like if you give monoamine oxidase inhibitor anilsapramine, then also there is increased activity of the brain. Monoamine oxidase and tobacco addiction, smoking inhibits brain MAO-A and MAO-B. MAO-A is in most part of the body, like brain, like liver, like kidneys, and monoamine MAO-B is mainly limited to the brain. The effect due to benzoquinones, 2-nephylamine, hormone, and other chemicals, but not nicotine. Monoamine oxidase inhibition enhances nicotine self-administration in the animals. If you give it to animals, they start taking this. So presentation will be long, but there are instances where they put direct stimulation to the dopamine system in the rat, and there was a food on the other side, and there was a button by which he could administer stimulus to the brain to secrete dopamine. The animals starved, but to death, but they never went for that food, because they were enjoying so much with that, with the rush of that dopamine. So that also tells us that why it's difficult for people to stop any sort of addiction. Well, nicotine receptor upregulation in smokers can show the frontal cortex of the non-smoker and the smoker. So in smoker, it gives some enhanced activity after having a smoke. And in the hippocampus, which is our memory storage area or process, or the part of that circuit which stores the memory, there also the smokers have got an edge upon non-smokers if they want to retain things. So World Tobacco Day is celebrated every year, and this time their theme is that we should No Tobacco Day in 1987 to draw global attention to the tobacco epidemic and the preventable death and disease it causes. So this symbol is an ashtray with flowers, are a common symbol of the World Tobacco Day. And they say you should not have ashtrays at your homes, but you have an ashtray, then put a flower in that. Over 70% of the 1.3 billion tobacco users worldwide lack access to the tools they need to quit successfully. People are not available to help those. This gap in access to cessation services is only further exacerbated in the last year as the health workforce has been mobilized to handle the pandemic, the WHO said. अब जो pandemic आ गया है उसका corona, so they had sucked in so many of your healthcare workers, and they are not available for exclusively for addictions stoppage strategies or smoking cessation strategies, etc. So we hope that it goes away and we come to the normal state again, inshallah. So what can psychiatrists do? This is the question that if a person comes to a psychiatrist and asks him that I want to quit smoking, so what are the techniques we have? So there are 5 ways for patients wanting to quit. Ask about tobacco use, how much they take the tobacco, and advise to quit. How much we can give them the advice. We can assess the willingness to make a quit attempt, or we assist in quit attempt, or arrange for a follow-up, which I have already mentioned that follow-up is mandatory for this. Pharmacotherapy should be offered to all smokers trying to quit except where contraindicated. So first-line pharmacotherapy is the nicotine replacement therapy, because if you do the cold turkey methods, so usually people come back to smoking because the desire is so overwhelming. But if you admit the patient, then there are chances that you can succeed in getting them get rid of the smoking habit. So nicotine patches are available, nicotine gum is there, lozenges are there, inhaler is there, nasal spray. Then there's the bupropion, which you use for mostly it's an antidepressant, but is recommended for cigarette smoking cessation. Treating patients who are not ready to make a quit attempt. Relevance. So tailor-made their system, tailor advice and discussion to each patient according to the patient's needs, desires, and his motivation. Then outline risks of continued smoking, rewards, outline the benefits of quitting. Then roadblocks, identify barriers to quitting. What are those things which are not letting them to quit that? Repetition, reinforce the motivational message at every visit. हर दफा उनको शाबाश दें, हर दफा उनको encourage करें that you are able to stop it. Then motivation and counseling can be done. Treatment of underlying psychiatric disorder, be it depression, anxiety, panic attacks, or even bipolar affective disorder or schizophrenia, whatever. Then you can use either gradual cessation of smoking, as I have mentioned, or you can do the cold turkey method. But that ideally should be in an indoor setting. Then stress reduction techniques should be taught to the patients, that how can they reduce their stress, and alternative pleasurable activities like sports, etc. Should be encouraged. So what government is supposed to do? What can government do? They can control the sale. Like there are plans to bring the bill that under 18 cigarettes will not be sold population. Taxes should be increased on cigarettes. That will also curb the habit of taking cigarettes. Then school curriculum is very important, right from our nursery classes. We must have one chapter or one subject or anything that which should last till 10th class at least, that which keeps them telling about cigarette smoking and its bad effects. Then awareness campaigns can be done through colleges, through schools, through mosques, through madrasas, whatever medium you get hold of, go and talk about this. Then addiction control center should be there. I think if Karachi has 4 or 5 districts, then in every district there should be 2 addiction control center, and same in all over the Pakistan, that in every district there should be 3 or 4, depending upon the size of that district, should be there, which is going to be very fruitful. So what can you do? You avoid smoking friends. The people, the smoker friends, because usually you start addictions in the company of friends. It's a peer pressure, and then indulge in sports. As I have always said, that now there are schools which are open in small bungalows, so they are not sports grounds. People, nobody, students are, when patients come to us of young age, and I ask them कि तुम क्या खेल खेलते हो, तुम कोई गेम खेलते हो, तो वो कहता है कि हाँ मैं जो वो मॉर्टल कॉम्बैट खेलता हूँ, या मैं फलाने के भाई कोई सड़क पे, कोई गली में, कोई मोहल्ले में, कोई ग्राउंड में कोई गेम खेलते हो, नहीं बस मैं कंप्यूटर पे खेल लेता हूँ. So this is a very bad thing, and we all must do, not for others, for our children as well, that we must send them out to play. Seek professional help. It's not just harmless water vapor. So people say that I have quit smoking, but I've started vaping. Vaping is e-cigarette. It has got nothing to worry about. They say it's very safe. It's not safe. E-cigarette aerosol contains at least 10 chemicals on California's Prop 65 list of chemicals known to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. It has toluene, acetaldehyde, benzene, cadmium, formaldehyde, isoprene, nickel, lead, nicotine, and nitrous nicotine. So these are the chemicals which the vaping people are using. And then mostly they share this vaping apparatus with other friends, like hookah used to be, so especially in the period of the pandemic, this very dangerous activity should be stopped. So how to quit tobacco? So you educate yourself, you make a plan to quit. Tips are that deal with the urges, get active, handle stress, get support, and stick with it. Health benefits of quitting is it improves health and increases your life expectancy. It lowers the risk of 12 types of cancer. It lowers the risk of cardiovascular diseases. It lowers the risk of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is now known as COAD, chronic obstructive airway disease. This lowers the risk of some poor reproductive health outcomes. It has benefits people who have already been diagnosed with coronary heart disease or COPD. Then benefits for people at any age, even people who have smoked for years or have smoked heavily, will benefit from quitting. It's very hard. Yes, it is very hard. It's not impossible. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Any questions, I am available.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an informative talk. In the chat box section, we've received a question from Dr. Maruf, and she'd like to know what the role of Vernicillin is in smoking cessation, according to your clinical practice.
What's the role of?
Vernicillin, tablet Vernicillin.
Vernicillin? The Chantix. The brand name is Chantix, I think.
And you may ask your question.
My question is, are you talking about the Chantix?
Sir, Dr. Maruf, among the participants, basically asked question. We would like to request Dr. Maruf to directly ask the question from sir. Dr. Maruf, please unmute yourself.
Yes, please. क्या है ये? क्या? Context में क्या है? Hello. Chantix is yet not available in Pakistan. So we have not tried Chantix in any patient, but we are using the bupropion and with good results. I hope I have answered your question. Next.
Sir, my question is, first of all, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. Sir, my question is, alcohol, there is a safe limit of use of alcohol. Is there any safe limit of tobacco use as well?
There is no safe limit of alcohol. According to recent studies, there is no safe limit of alcohol, right? Because even the cigarettes and the alcohol, they cause structural changes in your brain. So there's no safe limit. If you have read it, safe limit, so please read it again. There's no safe limit.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And no safe limit for smoking.
Okay, sir.
Go for other recreational activities. Go and watch a movie, play football, play hockey, play squash or golf or something like that. Get out of your home and spend time with your good friends who are non-smokers, who are non-alcoholics, etc.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You may stop your screen share.
जी आफरीदी साहब
जी आपका बहुत शुक्रिया, वंडरफुल। और क्या कहते हैं, ऐसी टॉक थी जो कि बोरिंग भी नहीं थी, दूसरा आपने उसको इतना प्लेजेंट बनाया था, क्योंकि हम कहते हैं कि लर्निंग शुड बी थ्रू फन रादर देन फियर।
Yeah, through fun, exactly.
And I'm sure people must have enjoyed your wonderful, attractive slides. तो अभी देखिए, इस मेरे ख्याल में हमारे प्रेसिडेंट जो है टीपीएस के, वो मौजूद नहीं है, तो
वो सो रहे हैं, वो मैंने पता किया है, वो सो रहे हैं, वो सेफ लिमिट से थोड़ा ऊपर हो गए होंगे, सो जाते हैं।
मेरा ख्याल है कि जैन साहब हैं, तो जैन साहब सेक्रेटरी जनरल हैं, तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट हिम टू से फ्यू वर्ड्स। है जैन है? If he is not there, तो मैं on behalf of Pakistan Psychiatric Society and on behalf of the College of Physician Surgeon and JPMC, I am very thankful to our own brigadier, वो अवामी किस्म के ब्रिगेडियर हमारे जो हैं, शोएब साहब, उसका थैंक।
आप पहले तो जनरल साहब कहते थे।
हाँ, हमारे दिल में तो जनरल है ना, हम वापस मेरी दुनिया है। और इसके अलावा हम इस प्रोग्राम की एक रिवायत हमने की है कि हम एक सर्टिफिकेट देते हैं एज ए टोकन ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक, लेकिन आपको भी देंगे और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक भी देंगे। जी, तो ये आप एक्सेप्ट करें और नजर आ रहा है, इसको शेयर करें। एक मिनट,
थैंक यू, ताली बजाओ।
एक मिनट इसको, और तालियों के साथ, भरपूर तालियों के साथ शेर साहब जो है वो
नजर आ गया। थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है, ये रिटायर्ड लोग रिटायर तो अच्छा है यार, रिटायर्ड हो जाए। ठीक है, हमारे नहीं रिटायर अब। थैंक यू सो मच। और
थैंक यू सर,
बहुत शुक्रिया। एवरग्रीन जनरल।
Thank you, sir. With these closing remarks, we'd like to formally end with this session with a lot of thanks and gratitude towards all the respected members, and especially our honorable.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आप आगे खैर से बहुत शुक्रिया। थैंक यू सो मच। तो हमने एक सिलसिला शुरू किया हुआ है यहाँ पे,